In football, the male 11-a-side league has seen a decline in numbers in recent years, and they're now looking to get more men playing and a few more teams on board. This weekend, the city of Southampton's Sunday Football League have a fixture, and joining me in the studio to tell me more is John May. Welcome.
Hello there.
Hi, thank you for coming in.
It's a pleasure.
Tell me about the league then. What is it that you guys do?
Basically, it's a league for male 11-a-side over 18 for the city of Southampton. We are a league which has been going since 1949, and we have round about 1,500 players amongst the various teams in the league, and we provide Sunday league football for the city of Southampton.
And so what has been the decline then in 11-a-side, and why do you think that's happened?
I think you put it down to a lot of reasons, and I think one of the reasons is the people. Obviously, one of the main reasons is the demands on people's time now.
Yeah.
People have got much less time than they used to have, and indeed their demands on their weekends are more than they used to. It's, believe it or not, things like cheap flights, for example. Guys are now under much more pressure to go away for the weekend, whereas before, from September through till April, their Sundays were strictly reserved for playing football. But that's now gone out the window. But also you've got the increase in short-sided football, which again is very, very popular.
Yeah.
So that's places, and they have them in Portsmouth, in all big cities basically, where you can go and play short-sided games, 5-a-side, 6-a-side, 7-a-side. You go and play after work with your mates for an hour, a few beers afterwards, and that's it. And that's also eating. And if guys get their football fix from short-sided football, then they're not so keen to play on Sundays.
So this might be a silly question then, but I can't pretend to know much about football.
No
So what's the difference then between 11-a-side and the shorter side? I mean, obviously there's more people, so how does that work?
Well, 11-a-side is the proper game, it's the full game. So that's the game that you'll see at professional level. So it's at Southampton, it's at Portsmouth, it's at the European Championships, it's the Premier League, it's the World Cup.
So that is the football.
That's football as we know it.
Yes.
But obviously there are other types of football, in the same way that you have different types of cricket. You have 2020 cricket, you have championship cricket, you have test match cricket. So you have different types of football, and that includes, say, 5, 6, 7-a-side. And it's a way of getting kids into games. So I'm not completely against small-sided football, because it is a good way of getting kids into football. But small-sided football is not, I hesitate to say it's not proper football, but it's not the game as we know it. And if you want to put it to a more serious level, that's possibly why the England team doesn't do well in World Cups, because we're not producing players at the 11-a-side level that we used to.
So how are you guys then trying to raise awareness, if you like, of 11-a-side football and get more people in the game?
Well, we're coming on to programmes like this, of course. And we're also doing our own marketing, and we're on board with the trickle-down initiative from the Football Association at Wembley, down through the Hampshire Football Association, down to local divisional FAs, which include Southampton, Portsmouth, Bournemouth, all the local divisional football associations. We're all part of an initiative to work with Hampshire FA to make people more aware of what we can offer them on a Sunday, and indeed the Saturday leagues as well. And
obviously you've got this event coming up this weekend then, so just tell me a little bit about that.
This will be one of our cup finals. We playing at Folens. I think I should know this, but we're playing at Folens, which is in Hamble, and anybody can come along and watch. Okay,
so you're just trying to get more people involved and more people to understand.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so you are all into about grassroots football then?
Very much so.
And so why is that so important at that level?
Football is very much a pyramidal sport, both from the bottom and also an inverted pyramid. So we get trickle-down stuff from the Football Association at Wembley, directed down to us. But like any pyramid, the broader base you have, the higher you can build, and the better the apex is. So if you have more people playing at grassroots level, then it stands to reason that as you work up through the various levels, you have better players at the top. And that's where we're not producing players at the top level for the England team at the moment.
And so how many people have you got involved then in your Sunday league?
We've got about 1,500 players.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, but it's not as many as it used to be. Years ago we had 10 divisions on Sunday morning, and we also had 3 in the afternoon. That's now declined. And as well as that, you used to have the Meon Valley League, which was within our sort of area, the New Forest League. The New Forest League has now disappeared. Meon Valley League is still operating, I think, but I would say that from a situation 25, 30 years ago, the number of players now playing is halved.
Yeah, that's
in 25, 30 years.
Yeah, that's really surprising, actually, because obviously football is growing in popularity.
So you would think.
Yeah, that's
so you
interesting.
would think. But it's a spectator sport. It's increasingly becoming a spectator sport.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
And not a participation sport.
Well, thank you so much, John, for coming in.
That's
it was
a pleasure.
great to
Not
talk
at
to you
all.
and to hear about that. And I'm sure our viewers would be interested in that as well. So thank you very much for coming in. Thank you.
Not at all.